I'm Ruth McIntosh, and I'm a creative citizen. And my training and my work in the theater arts has made me so. Talent is described by actor and educator Uta Hagen as the amalgam of high sensitivity, easy vulnerability, high sensory equipment, seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, smelling intensely, a vivid imagination, as well as a grip on reality, the desire to communicate one's own experience and sensations, to make oneself heard and seen. I love this quote. I love it because it tells me that the talent of an actor is actually an acute experience of being human. And it tells me that the development of that talent is inherently a lesson in how to be acutely human. It's this talent which, when embodied by an actor, allows audiences to affirm their own experiences or provokes them to consider the experiences of others as they sit in their seats and watch a play. It's also, and it's this that I'm addressing tonight, it's also the soft skills, the interpersonal skills, the stuff of acting training, and it forms and it informs acting students as they grow up and out into the world around them. A youth that has high sensitivity is aware of the world around them and of those who are in it. They become of the physical and the vocal space they take up. They learn to be conscious of their edges, where they finish and another person begins. High sensitivity helps them to share space, share attention. It allows a student to be aware of their feelings, aware of one another's feelings, and develop a sixth sense or intuition, and become aware of their impulses. And an awareness of the company or group or ensemble as a whole also begins to develop. And that awareness can develop an easy vulnerability. It's a beautiful, risky quality that is all too rare in the world and very necessary. This sense of vulnerability helps a student develop trust and confidence in themselves, and develops trust and confidence in others. A yes, let's attitude. Let's try your idea, and here's mine, and let's try that, and let's see what works best. It builds a self-generating safety to explore, go outside of our comfort zones, to be open and available to the unknown. It allows for creative thinking and problem solving on a team or even alone. And with this vulnerability, we can easier take responsibility for our accomplishments, for our mistakes, and we can laugh at ourselves. We can laugh. High sensory equipment. A student with honed senses is a lot of fun to be with. They're passionate, they're playful, they're present in this moment. Developing our senses allows us to become awake to our surroundings and be fully conscious of our circumstance, and gives us the tools to face it, deal with what's in front of us. Students with high sensory equipment are inspirational, and they are such a pleasure to work with. There's a student enrolled at the Academy, has been for a few years now, who possesses a vivid imagination with an acceptance of what's real. He's a fearless, bold thinker. He thinks or imagines outside of the box. He challenges his classmates, his instructor, and me. He sees what's in front of him. He questions it, doesn't take it for granted. And I see him discovering his reactions, looking for the solutions that engage him, that interest him, and at the same time, he's able to respect the boundaries that define him and respond creatively within that. Developing the muscle of our inspiration and our imagination gives a person the permission, the lubricant to commit to the task at hand, to the group, to the project. And we become able to connect our feelings to our behavior and experience consequences and make conscious choices. The desire to communicate and make oneself heard and seen. I love being with a student who is eager to share their idea, whether it's shared verbally or physically. This is someone who has the courage to be themselves, the courage to share themselves with others. Much easier to problem solve with someone who is actively present and contributing. It loosens up the room and it gives us all permission. I'll suggest that these qualities, or soft skills, all feed into each other and create a talent in a person that is tangible, that we can see and experience. We are drawn to these people. They make terrific leaders. They're compassionate, they're courageous, and they encourage us to be the best of ourselves. As I grew up in the theater, I was taught by theater artists and educators who held this talent. I began to develop this talent myself, and I'm still working on it. Being a shy person, my training and work as an actor gave me the tools to come out of my shell and help me learn how to be more comfortable with myself and be the best of myself. I'm still shy, but my training has given me the practice at navigating the world around me and has guided me to my place within it. You've seen these photos behind me. The first few were of me in my process of developing talent as a professional actor. The majority of these images are some of the students I've had the great fortune to get to know in the exploration of their talent. Older students have reflected with me that their class is a safe place to be themselves without being judged. Clearly, an empathy, a compassion, an understanding for others is being nurtured. It allows them to work and play well with others and makes them good friends, eventually good colleagues, neighbors. They will be sensitive to the communities in which they live. They'll be self-reflective and available in their relationships with those around them. They'll be awake to their surroundings, the issues both political and personal. They'll be able to imagine what is possible and build the bridges to reach those possibilities because they'll have the voices and the tools to be heard and seen as they express themselves. The talent of an actor is, in fact, the talent of being a whole human. And it is because of their training in the theater arts that they are well on their way to becoming creative citizens. Thank you.